Ever feel like you're drowning in to-dos? Scheduling meetings, wrangling data, those emails that never seem to end. What if you could just, poof, make some of that disappear?
That's where things get really interesting. AI agents might be the answer. And we're not just talking about your run-of-the-mill voice assistant here. This is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, it's like having a superpowered sidekick, but digital. Right, to help tackle those tedious tasks. For anyone listening who might be thinking, AI agents? What is this? Some kind of secret society for robots? No need to worry.
Way cooler than a secret society, actually. Think software, but powered by really smart AI, like, say, OpenAI's GPT-4. And it can do things you wouldn't believe, making decisions, even just chatting with you like a real person. But most importantly, getting things done.
Right, not just setting timers or adding stuff to your shopping list. We're talking about next-level automation. Like, imagine you're looking at a mountain of data for a report. Instead of getting lost in spreadsheets, an AI agent could swoop in, grab all that info, analyze it, even give you a first draft.
And it can do all that because it's been trained on just massive, massive amounts of information. Think of it like this: sending your AI agent to the ultimate data school. It learns to spot patterns, figure out exactly what you're asking, and come up with the right answers.
It's like they've speed read every book in the library. Kind of amazing. Okay, so this all sounds incredible, but how does it actually work in practice? What's going on behind the scenes?
Well, one of the key things is something called APIs, application programming interfaces. Basically, they're like bridges that let different pieces of software talk to each other.
So instead of having to build an AI agent from scratch, developers can use these APIs to plug into, pre-existing AI superpowers. That's incredibly efficient.
Exactly. It's like putting together an all-star team, but for AI. And then there are these platforms, big names like Microsoft, Google, Amazon. They're providing the tools for people to actually create and use their own AI agents.
Feels like we're on the edge of a big change here. But let's bring this down to earth a bit. How is this actually playing out in the real world? Where are we already seeing AI agents make a difference?
One of the most obvious places is customer service. You know those chatbots that pop up on websites? A lot of those are powered by AI agents now, handling those basic questions, scheduling appointments, even passing things off to a real person if things get complicated.
So it's not about replacing humans entirely, but more like taking care of those repetitive things so people can focus on the more complex stuff.
Exactly. And it doesn't stop there either. AI agents are being used in marketing to really personalize campaigns. They're helping developers write and fix code. Even in healthcare, they're being used to help with things like diagnoses.
Okay, that's a lot to process. It all sounds incredibly promising, but I imagine some people listening might be a bit intimidated. Is it actually difficult to use these AI agents? What if you're not, a tech whiz?
That's a great question. And honestly, one of the most exciting things about this new wave of AI agents is that they're designed with, everyday users in mind. Many platforms have dashboards that are really user-friendly. You don't need to be a coding genius to figure it out.
So it really is about putting the power of AI in more people's hands, even if you don't have, a background in computer science.
Exactly. And for those who do love getting technical, there's even more to explore, right? Developers can actually use those APIs, like OpenAI, as I mentioned before, to build custom AI agents, perfectly tailored to their needs.
That's amazing. Okay, we've talked about how these AI agents tick, where we're seeing them pop up in the world, but I'm curious about the impact on a more personal level. How can AI agents change the way we work, day to day?
Imagine this. What if you could just hand off all those little tasks that clog up your day, the scheduling, the endless searching for information, even just taming your inbox, right? AI agents can free up your time, your mental energy, so you can really focus on the work that matters, the stuff you're passionate about.
It's like having a personal assistant who actually enjoys all the things that make us want to tear our hair out.
Exactly. And that shift, that can lead to some pretty amazing things. More productivity, way less stress, and maybe even feeling more fulfilled by your work overall.
I mean, that all sounds pretty ideal, I have to say. But I also know there are people listening who might be a little hesitant about, handing over the reins, even if it's just for certain tasks. Is that a valid concern?
Oh, absolutely. It's completely natural to feel that way. The key thing to remember here is that these AI agents are designed to be partners, not replacements. They're tools. And we can choose to use them in ways that benefit us, right? It's like you wouldn't hesitate to use a calculator for some complex math, would you?
Okay, that's a really good point. It's about working smarter, not harder.
Exactly. And AI agents can be incredibly powerful allies in that. But with any powerful tool, you have to think about security, about responsible use. I know some listeners are probably wondering about data privacy, which makes sense. We're entrusting these AI agents with information about our work, our schedules, sometimes even our personal lives.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people worry about what happens to their data when AI is involved, for sure.
You're right to be cautious, absolutely. Being choosy about which platforms you trust with your data is so important. The good news is a lot of the reputable AI platforms out there are making data security a top priority. They're using things like really strong encryption, and they have really strict data usage policies, all to protect user information.
So it's about doing your research, choosing providers who are upfront about how they handle data security.
Exactly. Look for platforms that really emphasize user control and transparency, too. As AI continues to evolve, we're only going to see more emphasis on those things.
Okay, so for those who are ready to dive in and really explore what AI agents have to offer, where's a good place to start? Yeah, where do you even begin? It can feel a little overwhelming with so many options out there. It really does feel like stepping into a whole new world,
Yeah.
Like where do you even start figuring out which AI agent is right for you?
I always tell people to start with one simple question. What drives you absolutely bonkers in your workday? What are those tasks, those repetitive things that just eat up your time and make you wish you had a clone?
Okay, so really pinpoint those pain points. Make a list of the things you would gladly hand off to a digital assistant who never gets tired.
Exactly. Once you've got that list, you can start looking at the AI agents that are specifically designed for those areas. So if email is your nemesis, check out some AI email assistants. There are some great ones out there. Superhuman, SaneBox come to mind.
Ooh, yeah, I've heard of those. They sound intriguing. What about, say, for those of us who spend all day, every day swimming in words? Are there AI agents that can help with writing?
Oh, absolutely. Platforms like Jasper, for example, they can help with everything from blog posts to social media captions, even generating creative content, which is pretty wild.
Wow. And the best part is you can try before you buy, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these tools have free trials or demos.
Yeah, for sure. You can take them for a spin, see if it's a good fit before you commit. And I love that you mentioned experimentation because this technology it's constantly evolving,
It absolutely is, yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like we're just starting to scratch the surface of what AI agents can do. Like, imagine a future where these AI agents have emotional intelligence. They understand how we're feeling, not just what we're saying, and they respond accordingly.
Wow. Yeah. So we're not just talking about efficiency here, but actually improving the quality of our interactions with technology. That's huge.
That's fascinating.
It is. And that's just one possibility, right? We can also expect AI agents that understand context even better. Like they anticipate what you need and offer help before you even have to ask. Imagine an AI agent that just knows you need that sales report Monday morning, has it ready for you before you've even had your coffee.
Okay, that would be life-changing.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like we're on the verge of a real partnership with AI, not just about automation, but true collaboration.
You got it. That's exactly it. This isn't about AI taking over. It's about humans and AI working together, bringing our different strengths to the table. And who knows, maybe someday we'll have AI agents composing symphonies, writing best-selling novels right alongside us.
That's an amazing thought. This whole deep dive has been, exhilarating and kind of mind-blowing at the same time. If you had to leave our listeners with just one thought, one idea to take away about AI agents, what would it be?
Don't be afraid to just dive in and explore, honestly. AI agents are incredibly powerful tools, and like any tool, they can be used in so many different ways. Approach it with a sense of curiosity. Don't be afraid to experiment and, see how AI agents can empower you to achieve more, to unlock new possibilities, really.
That's beautifully said. A huge thank you to you. This has been an incredible journey into the world of AI agents.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And to everyone listening, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What task is you most excited to hand over to your future AI assistant? Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking those big questions.